Today, we're going to be reviewing the action attack Suchomimus.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Hi guys, it's Camosaurus here, and today I'm going to be looking at the action attack Suchomimus. This was one of the most controversial figures of the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line, and you're probably wondering, where do I sit on the line of loving this thing or hating this thing, which people seem to be on. I'll tell you off the bat, I like this figure. Honestly, it's a really solid toy. Now, it may not look the best. It does have a really ugly face and a Tony Hawk Pro Skater wannabe kind of mohawk going on here. But apart from that, this thing is really, really cool looking. In fact, I actually like the design. Its monstrous face is pretty nice, and its mohawk and this whole like fin kind of thing going on here, I think it really helps distinguish it from the Baryonyx and Spinosaurus, which ultimately makes it a nice, new, unique addition to my collection. So I really like the differences they made with this guy. Although they may not be scientifically accurate, or even accurate to the in-universe Suchomimus, I do like this design, and I have to praise Mattel for it. Starting off with the colors, this guy's got a nice, like, kind of seasick blue going on here. Yeah, I'd stay away from this thing if you don't want to throw up. I mean, it's a very nice color, but it's quite an unusual color to see. It's very muted. I have to say I like it, though. It's a really nice color scheme that we don't usually see, and it is definitely very similar to the color scheme we've seen on the in-universe Suchomimus, which we saw on Jurassic World photos on the website and in the Jurassic World Evolution game, which... man, I love that game. I still haven't unlocked the Suchomimus yet. I've not played enough of it yet, but I'm getting close, okay? I'm getting close. He also has this nice mustard yellow going along most of the body with this kind of... This color scheme that looked like it was painted on by an angry 4-year-old, just all splattered all over it. I have to say, the Dino Rivals one has a way more coordinated patterning. This is a bit more random, which I like. I do like the way it's applied. It's very nice, very naturalistic. But this color scheme is very nice, I have to say. I love it. And yeah, it's just great. Now, a lot of people think this guy is ugly, and I have to say, you know what? From some angles, this guy does look ugly, especially from this angle here. But when I look at this angle here, I'm only reminded of two different things, okay? I either think it looks like Dracula or something, like a vampire, because look at those fangs. Or this looks like that freaking creature from Jurassic World the game. You know the little lizard guy? I'll put a picture on the screen. But it looks like that, in my opinion. Like, look at I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. But is it just me? It's just me. Now, this guy's got a really cool thing going on with the paint job down here. It's got this fade that goes from this dark blue color to the paint scheme with the rest of the body. I have to say, this fade is a lot cooler than Spider-Man's fade. Shut up, okay? Jeez, too soon? Too soon? What does it matter? He's got a sequel filmed already. You know, we all know he's coming back. This guy also has a really nicely detailed face. Like, the paintwork on this guy's face is really cool. There's this darker kind of blue around the eye, which I like it when Mattel does this on their figures. It helps make them stand out. I wish they'd done it more on the Ceratosaurus, because that guy's face just looks like Elmo, not gonna lie. It's just a big, massive blob of red. I like it when they break it up with this kind of different color scheme on it, you know, and when it stands out, because I think it's a bit too like... it blends in with the background too well on the Ceratosaurus. That's my biggest problem with that figure, actually. It also has this mustard coloration continuing on to the face, and that eye is really nice looking. It's a nice, like, orange color. I don't usually see orange eyes, so I like it. However, it's not the type of eye that I like from Mattel. I like it when they do eyes like this guy here, when they actually put in, like, a yellow and then a different color for the pupil and stuff like that. Whereas this is the other type of eye Mattel do, where it's the normal plastic color behind, and then they just kind of put a bit of paint over it. Yeah, the figure that looks the worst on is definitely gonna be the Protoceratops. This figure is not ruined, but it really looks bad with when they do that, if you can see there. It just, gosh. I like that figure, but that's one of the things that makes me prefer the Dino Rivals recoloration over that one. Looking at the mouth, the teeth have been really well painted. There are some little imperfections here and there, like if you look underneath, there's some little bits of paint that go over it. And on the teeth, there's some little scuff marks here and there. But to be fair, that could just be from me using it. Like, I don't remember if that was there before. I don't think all of it was, but I reckon a couple of bits have come off over time. Now, I think we're really lucky with Mattel every time we get painted freaking claws. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. You know what? This figure is perfect. Oh god, never mind. Never mind, this figure isn't perfect. Holy crap. Look at the giant claws that have been left unpainted. Mattel, what are you doing? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I can ignore that. I've gotten used to this by now, and it doesn't actually bother me. It bothers me when these ones aren't painted. When these ones aren't, I can get over it. But the size of the claws on this guy does really make it stand out, the fact that those haven't been painted. So overall, on the paint, I'm going to give this guy a pretty high score. I think he's pretty good. The paint job is really, really good for a figure of this size, to be honest. And yeah, I have to say, I'm very proud that they continued it all the way down the tail. That is something Mattel doesn't usually do, but they did it here, and that's what matters. So, well done, Mattel. Now, this is an Action Attack figure, which is a line that didn't continue into 2019. However, it had the Mega Jewel Attack line, which kind of replaced it, where, now you press something and the tail moves. But this is a simpler time. And I have to say, this guy has one of the best action features of any of the Action Attacks. Like, it's so smooth and naturalistic. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. It's activated by a little, not very obvious slit in the tip. No, it's very obvious that this is the button. Look at the giant gaps on each side. But anyway, it's generally well hidden. Like, from any other angle, it looks good. It's just when you look at it from side on, it's like, is that guy a freaking Ichthyovenator or something? Like, what the heck's going on? Anyway, yes, I really like this action feature. And in fact, it's something that draws people to this figure. It's a lot more naturalistic compared to the Carnotaurus, which I will do. Boom, here's the Carnotaurus. Let's compare, shall we? As you can see, the Suchomimus has a bit of give on it, so it gives you a smoother kind of animation. Whereas this guy, it's very much like fast kind of clicking, So I definitely prefer this guy's action feature. Even though they're the same, I just prefer the way this one moves. Anyway, this is still a really good figure. Talking about the overall sculpt, I think the head sculpt is the biggest point of contention here. I think it looks really good when the mouth is open, but when the mouth is shut, it looks very monster-like, and that head is one thick boy. Like, look at the size of that. It's a very thick head for a Suchomimus. But you know what? I think it still looks good. It's definitely got a different aesthetic to anything else we see from the Suchomimus in the franchise. It's more of a monster compared to a dinosaur. And I think that aesthetic works. It's this more cartoony thing we see with some of Mattel's figures. And I actually like it. A lot of people don't. But, on figures like the Min-Me or the Protoceratops or even this guy here, I mean, all of Wave 3, they all had this kind of, this cartoonish effect. And this guy to a lesser extent, but I think it looks good. I think it's a nice design. It's very well detailed. You can see all this fine sculpt work here. It's very nice in the neck, actually, and the head. Very, very good. The tail could have been a bit longer, but you know what? Doesn't bother me, honestly. So yeah, it's a good sculpt, good action feature, good colors. Let's look at the articulation. We have a swivel at the arm, swivel on the other arm, but my one falls out. Holy crap. Yeah, my Suchomimus' right arm. Okay, sorry about that, I'm dumb. My Suchomimus' right arm falls out sometimes, but it's really easy to go back in. That is the biggest problem for me on this guy, though. His arm just rips off. Maybe that's a feature. Maybe it's like, the new Tear and Share Suchomimus has epic action battle damage. Roar, It could be a feature. Could be a feature, but it's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. I think that's just my figure, though. Comment down below if this has happened to you, because I'm kind of curious. Anyway, continuing with the articulation. In and out at the arms, on both arms. In and out at the leg. We have a swivel at the leg, which allows you to pretty much do a full 360. That is, of course, repeated on both legs. However, it's a bit harder to move up on this one. I think it's just the way the body's shaped. Anyway, obviously we have the action feature, which moves the head. And last but not least, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be articulated, but my Suchomimus' tail doesn't move. Like, I swear it's glued in place. So I think it's supposed to be articulated, but mine isn't. It is stuck like this. If you look here, I'm trying to move it side to side. Isn't working. I'm trying to twist it. Just goes back to place. So yeah, really confused about that. I feel like I have a defective Suchomimus, but I love it nonetheless. Aw, what a cutie. Gosh. Yeah, articulation's pretty standard on this guy. A bit above average, you know, you compare it to like Attack Pack. It's definitely on a battle damage kind of way. I really like it. I like this, some good articulation on this guy. So you're probably wondering, what is my overall rating? Now, this may be a bit controversial, but I love this figure. I think it's better than the Carnotaurus. I think it's on par with the Stegosaurus. So, yeah. Overall, I'm going to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10, actually. No, I'm going to say an 8 out of 10. Don't remember what I gave the Carnotaurus, but 8 out of 10 I think is good for this guy. Maybe an 8.5. As you can tell, I'm undecided. But yeah, so before we go, let's do some size comparisons. Here it is with the Carnotaurus. As you can see, the Carnotaurus stands a bit taller than her. The Thrash and Throw T-Rex stands a lot taller than her. Here's how she scales compared to a normal Attack Pack figure. Here she is with the standard Roarivore. And finally, here she is with her big cousin, the Spinosaurus. These two look very nice together. And throw the Baryonyx back in there. Okay, here we have all three of them. Looking very cute. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. Comment, I love reading your guys' comments. And please subscribe, we're really close to hitting 6,000 subs. And I can't wait to hit it. All I need is your guys' support and help to get there. So subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.